Today we'll be reviewing Summon Night 6, a game that I've been super excited for and had to wait nearly 2 years to finally receive. To give a brief summary of the game, the story takes place in a world unlike any of the previous installments in this series, called Cocoon World Fallujah. The world is inhabited by 3 different people, along with their flying companions. One day, several others are brought into this world, however, by unknown means. The others who are brought into the world are previous Summon Night characters from several different worlds and timelines. So it's up to you and them to discover who is doing this, and to find a way to send them back to their lives. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into this review.
Welcome to this wide maze of life.
For this review, we're going to start off with a con. The first con I want to talk about is without a doubt the biggest black mark on this game, and that is the voice acting. Holy shit. The voice acting for some of these characters is absolutely atrocious, especially for the first character we're introduced to, Raj. It seems like from there on, all we ever hear is random people from the street getting paid $2 to lazily blurt out some lines into a mic. However, later on there are some that do a lot better. However, the fact that there's no way to turn on the Japanese voice acting is pretty sad. Next up, I want to talk about something I previously had mentioned. This game took almost 2 years to come out. I feel like I would have loved this game had it come out in 2015 here. And while its age hasn't taken too much away from it, it's definitely there. Seriously, there was supposed to be an English subtitled version launching alongside its Japanese release, but the plan was scrapped the month of release. I was super upset with this, especially since there was no explanation. However, at the beginning of this year, there was a release date for this game here in the States listed. I figured they must have just put off doing the English subtitles till later, but it seemed like they completely redid it with English voice acting, which sadly took away from Martell. It was originally reslated for May of 2017, but kept getting pushed back until finally November of 2017. Another annoyance this game has that you will notice after a few fights is that there's no valuable MP healing items. Seriously, you will be using the summoning arts a lot, and there's not really a useful way to regain this on the field. Occasionally in chests you'll find candy, but it takes a turn to use an item, and the 1 or 2 pieces of candy that you get, it isn't even close enough to cast one of these summon arts. It's very frustrating as it makes your magic-based characters seem much weaker. Something else I think I should briefly mention in this spot is the way the characters move along the field. One big annoyance is it never feels that your characters are moving far enough, and also moving them around can be a bit of a chore, because the map isn't marked in any way. So you can expect to be walking and finding out that you need to head back and then try to position your character in just the right way. Also, because there's no indication of what you can move down and up on, you're going to be going the wrong way a lot, which can get frustrating. Last con I'm going to mention is the story, which is why I started off with cons. There's a whole lot of text dialogue, and whether you're a fan or not, you'll probably be skipping well over half of it. With having so many characters, there's a whole lot of nonsense and other such things that just becomes tiresome. It's made that much worse by the fact that he spent over a year throwing voice actors in there and then don't even read 90% of the dialogue. Not that you'd want them to. Anyways, especially at the very beginning, the story can seem pretty monotonous and almost like it's just there to keep you from the most fun part of the game, which is the battles. But just hang in there and the story will get much better, especially once you get introduced to the character Ist. Seriously, the story can feel very campy at times, just like Persona Q did, but it gets a lot better in the second half of the game. Now, moving on to the pros, I want to start off with something I previously mentioned, the battles. Battles in this are super fun, especially since you can switch out characters whenever you want as long as they aren't a forced unit. And with this insane amount of characters and huge maps, you shouldn't have trouble making up a group that fits how you intend to play. Which leads me on to my other major pro for this game, the customization. Instead of characters gaining individual levels, they will earn skill points for doing certain things, generally finishing off an opponent or being attacked. You use these points to modify their skills, and as you level up, there will be much more skills to choose from as you unlock other classes. The classes help change their stats too, so you can use them however you want, even changing their weapons. How you level up is every battle drops a certain amount of experience and accumulates for you so that after battle, you get a chance to give all that you want to any of the characters you choose. This is an awesome system and it works out so well. I would love to see it implemented in tons more RPGs. You also have the option of performing a summon burst, which is where your unit you are moving at the time and another nearby unit use a good portion of your MP to unleash a godlike being on a large AoE. These are pretty cool, especially towards the end, and help to make fights feel less repetitive. Seriously, this is one of the few games where I don't mind hammering out all the extra stuff, just because I enjoyed battles so damn much. It also has an auto battle feature if you hate grinding or just need to do something else real quick. I do wish the auto battle feature was a bit more specific, but I won't complain about free grinding. Okay, so now with all that out of the way, I can finally give this one a grade. At first, I was thinking of giving this one a 7 out of 10, but the more I think about it, the more I want to give it an 8 out of 10. There are very few games in which I enjoy the battle system this much, and honestly this game might just have the best customization of characters. And with so many that actually add to the story itself, it's just a really nice addition. So final thoughts are it's 8 out of 10. Yes, I do believe this one is worth the buy, and I would suggest that if you're a fan of RPGs to go pick this one up. Imagine Disgaea, but with the created characters actually adding something to the story. I hope you found this review helpful. It really is a shame that this is the second Summon Night game as part of the main series to get a translation, but that's how it goes. Anyways, be sure to perform that holy trinity of the like, comment, and subscribe, and most importantly people, don't forget to take care of yourselves.